He joins us tonight. So I can't get past this. Anything that any conversation Trump enters becomes about Trump. And because the media are so dumb, all the smart kids go into finance, the dumb ones go into media, they're mesmerized by that. They can't get past it, but no one's debating the actual policy of the wall, which is so interesting to me. It's too expensive? $25 billion is too expensive by the Democrats' calculation? How does that work?
Well, the fact is the Democrats in 2013 in the Senate put $40 billion into border security and got not only every single vote of Democrats in the Senate, but 14 Republicans, including lefties like Lindsey Graham and Marco Rubio and Orrin Hatch. You know, as to the Israel analogy, Israel, these people who are migrants who are seeking asylum are coming from Honduras or wherever because they've seen their kids' throats slashed. People are trying to get over into Israel to slash the throats of Israeli kids. That's the distinction.
No, actually, it's not the distinction.
Well,
there are a couple
how am I wrong?
No, I'll tell you how you're wrong, because you're talking about the wrong wall. So there's the border wall that we've debated a lot in this country, in what used to be called the occupied territories in Israel proper. There's also a wall, the southern part of the country, that separates Israel from Egypt. And over that border were coming tens of thousands of illegal immigrants from Africa. Yes, Africa. They weren't fleeing persecution. They were economic migrants, and they moved to Tel Aviv. And the people there didn't like it. The working class people didn't like it. And so they built a huge wall. And nobody in the Democratic Congress has a problem with that. It was an immigration wall to keep out Africans. But that's not immoral, because why?
Well, again, I think the fact is, like every country, and including Democrats here, we have to protect sovereignty. Okay?
But is that immoral?
But we also
and I just want to, can I just be clear? I don't want my words to be taken out of context.
Yeah.
I think it's great that Israel protected its sovereignty.
Right.
And I'm not criticizing Israel in any way, but I'm not calling walls immoral. So how can you criticize our immigration wall but not Israel's immigration wall?
Well, again, I'm not saying it's immoral. I'm saying that they serve different purposes. The fact of the matter is, the Africans that came into Israel saw themselves as part of the 12 tribes, right?
No, these were from Sudan. These are not the Ethiopians. This is just it's an immigration thing. People in poor countries want to move to rich countries. I would too. I don't begrudge them that. Right. It's, you know what I mean? Of course. I would do exactly the same as every person in that caravan, and I mean it.
Right.
But I'm not in the caravan. I'm an American. It's my country, and I want the best for my country. So what is the best for the country, and why is a wall not? I'm honestly confused.
Yeah, I think, again, Israel's besieged in the way that Americans are not. Now, I will say this. Donald Trump, to the point that all the people were making that you were deriding, he will have an other. If he gets a wall, it will be something else. It will be terrorists of this color or that color through election day of 2020.
But it's not about Trump. It's about, look, you know what it's about? All this border security hasn't worked, and we have tens of millions of people living here whose names we don't know. They're using fake IDs, and they're living in our country. It's a disaster, and so let's do something that works. That's all I'm saying.
And since I talked about this with you last week, the Washington Examiner, not a left-wing publication, said that ICE deportations were lower under Donald Trump than under Barack Obama. Okay,
then that's Trump's fault. I'm not here to defend Trump. I'm here to ask why we can't have a wall. And I don't understand. The walls work. They work in Israel. They're way less costly than a lot of other dumb things we do, including the war in Afghanistan. And Democrats are against them because why? I don't get it.
Well, the fact is, Republicans have been in control of the House, the Senate, and the White House for 2 years. Why are we December 17th and having this discussion?
All right, okay, you got me on that one. You got me on that one.
For once.
Okay, you know what? You're right, Richard Goodstein. We shouldn't be debating this a week before New Year's. It is their fault. I agree. Thank you. Well, the resistance to defending our